Alright, so I've taught a tutorial on Taking It to the Streets before. One of my favorites to play, it's a lot of fun. It goes like this in the chorus, and I don't know, it's just a good classic Doobie Brothers song. Anyway, recently I've been playing it a lot and I really like it, so I've been adding some fills in between the... There's a little break. And there's different things you can throw in there that kind of jazz it up and make it like more fun and entertaining for you as the piano player to play. Because if you just play and then wait, it can be good if you're playing in a group setting because the saxophone can take a solo or the bass can do a solo or drums or whatever. But in this setting, if you're just playing it as a pianist by yourself, then it's fun to mess around and add in some cool fills there. So they all fall after this part. That's what I've done before. It's very simple. That's really nothing, but okay, so I just wanted to get through them. Two of those were my old ones, and they're the one that's just, and it's all on G in the left hand. And that just resolves to a G chord from a C. So it's a C inverted. And that's a D, G, B from a E, G, C. E, G, C, D, G, B. And right there, that's all that is an A, D, and F. And then down to a G, C, E. And it's all over a G in the left hand. All of these fills I'm going to show you. Nothing in the left hand really changes except the rhythms. So those are the ones I've already taught. There's nothing that new there. But the new ones that I'm going to do are this one here. And it's supposed to sound like this. But playing it fast, I guess I messed it up. But anyway, that's what it is. And then there's this one. And that's the other one, or other ones. I played two more. So, the first one is this. And what that is a G with the thumb. And then in the, with your third and fifth finger, you're gonna jump to an E flat and a G. But you're gonna slide from that E flat with your middle finger to an E, and then keep the G up here with your pinky. Okay? For that one. That's what it's going to come out to be. And then it just goes up to with your third and fifth finger, an F and A. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it up there. And it goes back from the F and A with your third and fifth to E and G. And then it jumps to a C with your middle finger, your thumb here, sorry. And then you cross over from the C to sliding up from A flat to an A, and then the pinky with a C. Okay? And then resolving to a G here with your thumb. And it's gonna, when you hit this, you gotta pull your thumb away from here while you're sliding, so that you don't want to hold this and slide at the same time, because you want to hit the C again. So make sure to release it before you do that. And the rhythm is just all that. So pretty much in time. The next one that I do, so that's all over this. Holding a G, or release the G and do that. And either way it'll sound cool, and it's like a nice little fill that works in the scale that it's with. So the next one would be, I really like playing around with sliding in this song because it just kind of fits the style, and it's fun. So here it is. It's using the same thing we did with the last one, except don't use your thumb here, just go. So you're sliding up from an E flat to an E, and then your pinky's on a G here. So it's just E flat to E and G, and then hitting a C with your thumb, and then doing the same pattern but on an A flat to an A and a C in the pinky here with the pinky, and then you're hitting a G. Whereas here you're hitting the C instead of the D, which is right here. You're leaving that space. Here you're doing it right on the G. Okay? And then you just repeat it down here on the E flat down here, and then also on the A flat here. The timing is what's trickiest about this one, I think. Because when you're doing this, to get it in that time period that you're given, with the free 2 beats or whatever. Yeah, I think it's 3 beats. Anyway, you have to jump on this right away after the okay, so you got to jump on it right after. Can't wait. It's got to be right. 1, 2, 3, you know? And again, in the left hand on that, you can hold the G if you want to, or release it. Whatever you want to do. Okay? The last fill isn't really a fill. I mean, it is, but it's more of just a run and kind of like... It's just something I do to warm up when I get on the piano as well. You know, you just kind of run and get your fingers loose. So what it is starting on a B, you go, all you're doing is B, C, D, C, D, E, D, E, F, G, F, G, A, G, A, B. I actually don't know what, I think you just go to the G here. And it feeds right into it because your hand's already in position then. And so that's it. Again, you got to jump right on it because there's not a lot of time there. And you can do a slide to end it down to a C, which is C, E, G, C. Okay? If some of you are watching this and saying, wow, he didn't teach this part, that part there, that's because I taught it in a different lesson, and it's called Taking It to the Streets. I'll probably post the link to it in the box below so that you can go straight to that and learn that part if you want. The rest of the song is cool too. And that's it. So yeah, if you want to learn the rest of it, go to Taking It to the Streets by Paul Corrigan, one word. And I think that's it. If you have any questions, I know I kind of went through that quickly, but just look over it and try to figure it out. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe and like if you do like it. Thank you. All right. Thanks for watching.